Welcome to Juhl Media's weekly live interview podcast. My name is Ching Juhl. I'm a concert violist and filmmaker. Today, my special guest is Antoine Wend, a young French singer whom I met 2.5 weeks in New York City. Let's welcome Antoine. Hi,
Hi, hi, Shinju.
so good to see you. So good to see you. Yeah. So tell me, where are you right now?
Right now I'm in New York City. Right now I'm actually in Fire Island for the late weekend. But yeah, I'm in New York City, not in
Fire
France.
Island's really nice. Yeah, it's a Long Island Fire Island, right? It's
Yes,
beautiful. It's a
yes,
very beautiful little island. Yeah,
yes,
a lot of
definitely.
nice sceneries, and you have to take a ferry there, I guess.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see I see deers like
Oh,
outside in the wild, so that's
oh
pretty
my
cool.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you still remember how we met?
Yes, I do. Like we, so like we met like a week and a half ago or so. When I just like arrived, I arrived like a few days ago. Before that, in New York City, so I'm here for a month and a half. And we met when I was singing outside, outdoor for the first time when I was busking, as we say, in Washington Square. So yeah,
Washington Square Park. Right,
yeah,
right. And then I was about to leave actually. I was about to leave because I was there for an hour and a half already.
yeah,
And then I was walking by you and you were singing and I was like, "Oh, it's like you were standing in the area like it's n- like people cannot not noticing you because it's a great spot."
yeah. It was like also like I was waiting for so long to have this spot, and because before that, like some young people like were dancing and making like choreographies. So I was waiting there, like I was very shy and anxious, and I was like, that's gonna be my spot. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna make it there. If I try to find excuses not to sing in the street, I'm not gonna make it. So
Oh, I did not know you had to wait that long. So it was a lot of activity that day. I remember it's a June 4th. Yeah. So then I noticed your sound. I was like, I stand there and there's two other gentlemen next to me. I was like, is that me? Or is that, it's like I hear the accompaniment is a little too loud. So
yeah,
so I was like, I talked to the person next to me, and then eventually I came to you, right? I said, "Hey, I'm a musician."
yes.
Anyway, did you think it's weird, like someone tells you like your accompaniment is too loud?
Of course not. I mean that was my first time like playing outdoors. So like, I mean, I'm my own sound engineer, and you don't hear things as much the same as people are hearing this like from the audience part. And also, I was a bit like anxious, so I need like like sound to build an atmosphere around me. So I didn't want it to be alone, which I was alone. But I mean, I wanted to balance the loneliness with the sound, so
Yeah,
maybe it was too loud.
that's great. That's great. So, yeah. So tell us a little bit about your journey. You were in New York for a month, over a month, right? So what is your I guess purpose? Are you here
Yeah.
to find more opportunities and what?
Yeah, I mean, I came here just like also to have a little break. I love traveling. I really love traveling, and I came here like to have break and to actually meet people, to make connections for music. I came here like to go to open mics, to try to find places to sing. Yeah, to meet people, yeah, and also like to sing in the street. That was like the main challenge as well, like to come here to sing in the street, to sing in Washington Square, to sing in Times Square, and to challenge myself to go where people are not expecting me, because it seems that it's a habit for me to go where people are not expecting me now. So
Yeah. So in Times Square, which spot did you find? Because I was looking for you and I don't know
yeah,
where you were.
it's I've been there. I've been under like the construction site. There is this kind of like a temporary like construction site, and yeah, I was there. So like the sound was very good because there is a lot of reverberation, and yeah, it was cool. And I had like this kind of mini stage, like this kind of like a uh, like rock bench behind me. So at one point, I just jumped on it and I sing that I made myself loud and wide open, and like I try to be, yeah, like to catch people attention.
Wow, that's wonderful. So, when I hear you sing that um, SOS, like, can you tell me that song's title? Like, I try to find a translation. That
So
sound drives me crazy.
thank you. So this song was made originally for Starmania. So that's a French, like very famous French musical. It was written by Luc Plamondon and Michel Berger. Like so, Luc Plamondon, he's from French Quebec, and Michel Berger from France. And yeah, so it's called SOS d'un terrien en détresse. It means like the SOS of a human in despair, of a earthman in despair. Like
Hmm.
terrien means like a earthman, like a yeah.
So it's a very sad song, actually, right? It's a very reflective.
Yeah, that's a song talking about like how I actually see life, how I actually see it ending, and how I actually was always never in the right place in my life. I never was what I wanted to be actually, and it's too late to realize it once it's too late. Once it's too late. So yeah, that's a
Yeah.
very
So I wanted to ask you, uh, tell us a little bit about your childhood. Like, were you always very musical? Like, when did you started to sing and how?
Well, I actually always been singing. I was singing since my childhood. I was like very annoying child because I was singing all the time, and I love like making impressions of singers that I loved, like Edith Piaf, like Eddie Mitchell, like French singer like this, like Claude François as well. So I used to sing like this all the time in my bathroom, in the kitchen, like the bathroom and the kitchen were like the room with tiles, you know, so the sound is very good there. It's like there is a lot of reverberation as well. And so my laboratory was like kind of the kitchen as well, and my mother was like couldn't like stand it anymore because like I was singing all the time. And yeah, so I used also like to sing whenever we go to vacation in the car with my sister and my mother, and I used to entertain them like, in the back of the car. And yeah, it became it was like just a hobby, like something like this, until I went to South Korea, and that's where everything started,
When
more or
was
less.
that? When was that?
It was my third year of architecture, so I made an exchange there, and yeah, I met like three of my best friends there, and they pushed me. They saw the potential in me, thanks to them, and they encouraged me to go further in music and not to keep it as just like singing for friends, like a like this. So we went to a lot of karaoke in South Korea, of course, and yeah, and I came back in Paris like all strong and confident, more or less, and I started going to open mics, to piano bars, to sing, to actually sing at places where people are not expecting you, they're not waiting for you, they don't care about you, so you have to go there, and and yeah, I would start like my school was actually like open mics, and that's where I found how to sing, how to manage my anxiety, how to actually once I can sing, how can I like catch people attention? What's the flavor of my voice, of my what should I like yeah like work on? And then once I got everything, okay, what's my style? Who is Antoine Wend? So there was a work of many years. So it's from South Korea. It started to be more and more professional until now
Do
where it
you
is
have
like.
vocal coach or you just do everything yourself?
Actually, I had like a few lessons, but it was very expensive at that time, and I couldn't afford that myself. And so my school was watching at my favorite singers like Celine Dion, Sia, Adele, watching their live on YouTube, their concerts, so how they would move their jaw, how they would like move their shoulder, their belly, if like some like behavior was just like theater, like to share the emotion, or if it was actually for the belly stuff, you know, to actually yeah have a great technique. So my school was this like I was trying to copy them, and then I was trying to find from copying to find my own voice with all
Wow,
the
that's
recipe and
amazing.
that I could
That's
get. Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. So, would you like to sing for us a little bit that
Yeah.
song? Yeah.
Ok. Wouh, ok. Pourquoi je vis? Pourquoi je meurs? Pourquoi je ris? Pourquoi je pleure? Voici le SOS d'un terrien en détresse. J'ai jamais eu les pieds sur terre. J'aimerais bien être un oiseau. Je suis mal dans ma peau. Je voudrais voir le monde à l'envers. Si jamais c'était plus beau vu d'en haut. D'en haut.
Nice, nice. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
So, yeah, and so you can sing very high, very under falsetto. So is it a common for a lot of singers can reach there, or how do you produce that kind of sound? Was there like a lot of practicing, or you're just naturally there?
Yeah, actually, no, that was like one of the most natural like kind of sound that I could produce since my childhood, like a falsetto, like head voice has been always like super easy for me, and I thought it was nice, like and but I only truly understood like the power of the emotions of this sound, because like sound without emotion is nothing. So I understood like the power of this kind of sound when I actually started to sing SOS d'Internetresse back in Paris, like few years before X Factor, and yeah, that's where I started singing that song, and I saw that people were very touched and emotional after this, and yeah, I was like, okay, so I need to do something with this kind of sound as well, and I need to train the rest of my voice that I was still discovering at that time. So yeah.
So tell us a little bit about you winning the first prize at X Factor at the Lithuanian. What? How did the whole thing like? Did someone recommend you to go, or tell us how did you ended up there?
So actually, one of my best friend, like her name is Simona, the one of those that I met in South Korea. So thanks to this trip, so we came back. All of us, we were like a group of four friends. We came back, all of us in our country, and with Simona, we met like a few times. So I came to Lithuania. She's from Lithuania, to visit her. She came to Paris, and on summer 2021. I went to visit her, and we randomly went to an open mic bar, and I was singing there. I was singing like "It's a Man's World" from James Brown, and so
What
the
is it like?
sound.
What is it like? Just
Uh,
hum the.
this is man's world. This is man's world. But it would be nothing, nothing, yeah, without a woman or a girl. So
That's
that's like, yeah.
like R&B, right? A little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that James Brown. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
and I really love that song. It's very powerful, very angry, like it's full of anger. I like the message as well. And so I was singing that song, and the sound engineer back then was working there, and he was okay. Oh my god, like someone's gonna sing this song. He set all the setting of the sound table like very low. Oh my god! And when I started singing, he really liked what I was doing. He was okay, okay. I'm gonna do everything back, all the good sound. And at the end, like people were very like happy of what I sung. And when I came back in the crowd, like he stopped me and said, "Oh my god, like I don't know, that's really good what you said." I was, oh, what you've done. So I was, oh, thank you very much. And he told me, I'm actually like working for X Factor here. I'm a vocal coach. Like, would you like to participate? You would have like all your chance to actually go further. And I said yes, because I love traveling. I love like a challenge. I love like I love like yeah, adventure. So we exchanged our Facebook, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna call me, because there is a lot of time, like you have like opportunities like this, and actually it doesn't end up in something
Right.
like a real or professional. And actually, the day after, he contacted me, and he introduced me to the production team, and they were asking for live videos of me singing, and they were convinced, so they asked me to participate, and yeah.
You're real, not fake.
Yeah.
So so this is all like out of nowhere. You see, this is what I always believe. One thing leads to another, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
you went to Korea, then met your friend, and then your friend took you to Lithuania, and then you went to a bar. You so anyway, so from the moment he grabbed you to the competition, how long you have to wait?
Actually, so I was there on the end of July 2021, and so we introduced me to the production team, and then the first show was like recorded. It was not fine. It was not live on TV, and it was on the end of August 2021, and yeah. So 1 month later, I was on the show. Like, I think, no, I didn't even come before. Like, the first time I came for the show was 1 month later, and then I was singing SOS 21 with my pianist, and actually, like, it got like very popular in Lithuania and also in France. Like, I was very happy that it was like also it was making noise in France as well. So yeah, and after that I came back to France, and I got taken for live shows. So in Lithuania it's like one show recorded, and then 8 live shows. So I was waiting like 2 months back in France. I was waiting for my performance to be on air on TV. So I was like meeting all my friends. We went to a bar and made a projection to see my performance. And then 2 months after, so from November, I came back to Lithuania, and we started the live shows. The live show is like every Sunday for 8 weeks. So that was pretty intense. And yeah, and I made it until then. And
That's wonderful. Yes. So this whole experience winning a I guess a show, right? A talent show. It must be very helpful, or it is a milestone, I guess, for an artist, right? It's some kind of recognition, and then they will lead to more things. So tell us what happened after that. Did you make your first single?
yeah, well, actually, that's true. Like, winning like such a contest was like a recognition, like from the audience, but also like from me, because I needed like to actually believe in myself, believe that I was good enough to be an artist, to be a singer. And yeah, I was even more proud because, like, I remember, like, during the semi-final, one of the jury after my performance said like, "Oh, that's I'm very happy for you. I hope you will go further in the final and on." And I'm very happy for you because, like, usually not that much people, not that much foreigner like go that far. And he wished me the best. And yeah, and then like the week after, it was the final, and I won. And I was very happy because I didn't have any family there. I didn't have any community except like my one friend Simona.
Mm,
So I managed, and I realized that my voice and what I share to people eventually like was touching them, even though like I didn't have any like sibling there. So I was very happy about that, very proud, and it helped me to build a confidence in myself as a singer, as an artist. And after that, yes, I won a prize, and I won like a signature with Universal that I refused because they didn't want to take my own songs. That a few of them got released already, and I was like, okay, no, it's like because nowadays like labels don't work the same as it used to be. So you can be like you can very much have a big career even if you're not signed in a label. So it's better to sign in small labels, or it's good to sign with Universal, let's say. But if you have the right contract and if you understand your perspective, and in that time it we're not on the same page for this. So I just say, okay, no, I'm just gonna keep on going with my own songs because I believe in them. I believe in the artistic direction that I'm trying to create and everything. So yeah, but I was making a whole tour then in
mm,
Lithuania in my name. So I was very, very happy. Like for a year, a
mm.
bit more than a year, I was making a tour in Lithuania. So I went all over Lithuania and meeting people that were like voting for me. And yeah.
That's wonderful. I wanted to show our audience your YouTube channel. A very handsome YouTube channel. This is your channel.
Yes.
And let's see. So this the first single is called "I'll Keep on Going."
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us. You have two of them. Oh, this is live, right?
This is live. Yeah, I got invited to Lithuania Got Talent. I got invited as a guest to perform my songs there. But
Mm, okay. So this one, and tell us a little bit about the song "I'll Keep on Going."
that's actually the first song I ever wrote, and that's a song with a very like a simple message talking about like whatever you're feeling down when you have whenever you have trouble, just always remember that you have to keep on going. You should not give up. And I have a lot of influence like musically from Sia, and I love her message. It's very simple and it touches you like depending of your sensitivity, of course it
Mm,
touches you a lot, and it's like a never give up or like I love those messages. And I think the first song that I wanted to release had to be this one because first of all I like the fact that it was my first song ever that I wrote, and I wanted something like summer vibe, like just so you can just listen to it while singing, while
mm,
running, while going in adventure. You just have like this kind of like song that's getting like higher, and you feel like the emotions getting higher, and you feel the
yeah.
stamina, and yeah.
Let's
So,
listen to a little bit, okay? I'm
okay,
going
sure.
to put us. How about just mute us? Well, mute my. Oh, I don't think I can mute me. If I mute me, I can hear. Sorry. Let's go back to your. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
I'll be home once you're gone stay. I'll be the one safe away. But I won't feel love, too tired to pretend. I claim to be the one, still feel alone now in the end. Better than staying. I'll keep on going. I'll keep on going. I'll keep on going. I'll keep on going. I'll keep on
Beautiful. Beautiful. I hope that the audio is good enough for people to hear this. And yeah, so let me put you back. Yeah. So now, I'm going to have this play while you're talking and just to mute the sound. And because I wanted to know, I'm a videographer and filmmaker. So tell us a little bit like how would you find these uh, music video people to make this video? It's very impressive.
Yeah, well, thanks for them. Actually, my first like music producer introduced me like to Ludovic Blazes, so that's the director of this video clip, and actually we made like another one with him as well, and we became very friends. Like I really love him. He's very 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 nice and kind guy, and so it's actually the second video clip that we made for this song. Because we made one, the first one before X Factor, and the music was a bit different, and we remade the music to make it more, because after X Factor my ears got a bit more like maybe sensitive or accurate, like about the music style and everything. So I was okay, this is not the production that I want anymore for this music. So we remade all the music, and in the video clip that we made in a very beautiful place in next to Paris was like too sad and too slow to fit the music, so you're okay. let's do another one. So that's the second one and the final one, which is very different though. But one day I'm gonna publish the first one because it was a really good job. So, and so yeah, so like Ludovic Bezes is like an amazing director and person. He took like so much time with me, like to find all the locations. We were like in his car for like a few days, like to look for all the locations that we were looking for with the right light, the right like surrounding landscape and everything. And then yes, we were shooting this video clip in one day. Uh, it was in the east of Paris, from the east of Paris to like Roissy Charles de Gaulle airport. So yeah, and we were like, so there were one cameraman, one assistant, Ludovic Bezes, so the director, and me and the three other actors. So yeah, it was a small team, but we made it work like in one day, which was very ambitious, and we made it because it was very tiring. We were traveling a lot, and yeah, I got sunburns that we had to hide a bit in the colors because my shoulders was a bit red, and yeah, so
Wow,
that's
that's beautiful. And we can visit the second one later. Now rewind just a little bit. You you actually are an architect.
yeah.
Are you an architect? So tell us a little bit how you went to school, and then are you working as an architect, or you just do music more?
Right now, I quit my job last year in March. I was working for 6 years at Jean Nouvel, Atelier Jean Nouvel. It's like a French architect in Paris, in France. And yeah, so I was I was always doing music like from Korea. So when I was still a student, and I actually started working at Jean Nouvel when I was still a student, but I was still doing music back then. So I was doing only piano bars, then castings, then stuff, and it got like more and more professional. But I was has always been like doing music next to it. Like the day, I remember the first week I arrived at this job. I couldn't work on Saturday because they were asking like to work on Saturday because architecture is like a very like it's a heavy, very heavy work. And I said, I can't. I have a show on this day. Like, and so from the very first week, people understood that I was doing music, and it was very fine, you know. And so yeah, and got more and more professional my music career, and then eventually, like since a year and something, in a few months, I quit architecture to be officially like a full-time artist singer. So
Wow, that's wonderful. So now you're in New York right now. Is this your first time visiting New York?
no, actually, I came here like 3 years ago, and I really loved New York. It was very, I don't know, like the challenges. There is a lot of like difference in the culture, and I like the fact that it's challenging. You, New York, and the vibe here is very challenging, and I feel like yeah, I want to improve my confidence, to do better, to challenge myself, and I feel like there is like the way things are possible here, it's different. You need to move differently than in Europe or than in France, you know. So yeah, I guess it's my second time, but my
Mm.
first time like almost living there, if I may say, for a
Yeah.
month and a half. It's like yeah.
So now I know you have some idols. Who are like the top three artists you get inspiration from?
For me, it's like definitely like Sia, Adele, and Celine Dion. And like funny story, like I actually became a huge fan of Celine Dion while I was in South Korea. So instead of becoming a fan of K-pop, I became a fan of Celine Dion. Actually, because I was making this internship in a small architecture office, and everybody there was like using earphones and listening music while working. So I didn't have that much like a opportunity to talk to them, and I'm a very talkative guy. So, and I was okay. Everybody's like listening to music while working, so I'm gonna do the same. Otherwise, I'm gonna just get super bored. So I was working while listening random songs on YouTube, and I discovered like I knew of course Celine Dion like by heart, but like for me it was like the singer of my mother or something. And I actually rediscovered her technique, as it was the year where my friend pushed me like to go further in music and don't take it just as a hobby. I was, oh my god, she has an amazing technique, and I love her behavior on stage. You know, like and her aura, and I was okay, so let's listen to more song of her just to listen to the technique. And then I fell in love with her technique, her voice. Then I fell in love with her songs, and then I fell in love with the character, with the persona. And yeah, and that's how it started. So I became the first of the three singers. I became a huge fan of Adele when I was in high school, then Celine Dion when I went to South Korea, and then Sia like just not too long later. So those become my three most inspirations, because I really love like a woman's voice,
Mm.
and I love a powerful voice. I love like the voice, for me it's one of the organ that I love to play with the most. It's like very passionating, because it's not like muscles, muscles you just have to exercise and then it gets bigger, and you can take more like heavier stuff like voice. It's a muscle still, you have to train it, but you don't see it, you are not getting bigger from there. You just like have more abilities, you get to know more your voice, your own body, and this creates emotions, so funny things like sad things, whatever. But so yeah, so
So your instrument is your body and is your vocal. And how do you have to be very careful about it? Like, people smoke and drink and eating bad food, it's all
yeah.
not very good. So tell us a little bit, how do you nurture your vocal? And also the second question is, how do you practice? Do you do it every day? Like every day you practice your vocal?
Well, I don't practice every day my vocals, because actually I'm singing and I'm an annoying guy every day for my people around me. So I actually sing for fun every day, every day, every day. And whenever I'm in a party, for example, I sing on the top of the music, and I try to rehearse, to try to find like ways to sing like in this way, like without to make it like less exhausting, or in different ways. So yeah, for me, like when I cannot have like a house for myself or a kitchen for myself, and when I'm not bothering like neighbors, I'm practicing there, or I'm practicing at parties. And yes, I'm taking care about it. Like I never smoked in my life. I am not taking any bad things. I eat like a lot. I eat very well, but I eat a lot, and I drink a lot of water. I always have like a bottle next to me, and I
Mm.
drink a lot of water. So yeah, it just means that I'm going to the restroom more often.
Mhm.
But I mean, yeah, I drink a lot of water, and I mm, took the habit of actually drinking even when I'm not actually thirsty. So just because once you have this, you're you're so afraid, or at least I am very afraid to lose it, or to not have it 100% for this date or whatever. And yeah, I don't want to have a concert. I want to avoid as much as possible to have concert where my voice is I don't like this or whatever. So so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Clear with clear head. Now I see you have quite a huge followers on Facebook, on Instagram, and on your YouTube channel. So are you always very good with the social media, or is it something you learn because now you're well known in, because you won the competition?
Yeah, that's actually something I learned, and I it's not that I had to do, but I wanted to, because before, like I was singing, but I didn't have like the material to show it. I didn't have like any songs released, whatever. And then from X Factor, I saw that people were actually liking what I was doing, what I was singing, like everything that I was sharing. I saw even like, because they were making like this kind of backstage like scenes, and I saw the people were loving it as well. So not everyone, but I mean those who were like like sensitive to what I'm sharing, they were there, and I was like very happy. So I had to, and I wanted to so much to be present, to be here, to talk to them. And yeah, since X Factor, the shows were every Sunday, as I told you, and every Sunday night I would spend like 6 hours. I would usually on Monday night, I would usually like fall asleep at 6 a.m. on Monday, just to reply to all the messages that I would get after the live shows. And that
Uh,
was very tiring, especially after a whole day like rehearsing, then the live show itself, then the results, then the pressure that goes down. And I would come back home, take a shower, and go in my bed and take my phone and reply to every single message. I never left someone like behind. Sometime I was just having a bit of delay because I needed to sleep. But yeah, and I was really happy to have messages. I had like a message of support messages, like whatever, like people who were actually in need of support. So I was like trying to reply them as like accurate as I could. I don't want to be a robot. So I was like, actually, when they were talking about their grandmother or their experience in school, they were having trouble with this or that. They were ashamed, they were scared, they were sad. I was like replying to them, and I was trying to be present because I wanted that, because I want this connection. As an artist, like it feels like it's a need as well for me to have this kind of connection, like in both sides. So if people are requesting for me, for my voice, or for whatever I can share, well, good for them, because that's what I'm asking for too in return. So yeah.
Let's look at your website again, your YouTube. I wanted to. I want you to tell us a little bit about the second single.
Semaphore. Okay.
Mhm.
So Semaphore is the last single like that has been released in March, and it's a song that I wrote like 2 or 3 years ago. And so Semaphore means hold me tight. So so that's the French part in this song. All the rest is in English. And yeah, it's a song talking about like love, about like accepting who you are, who you love. It's
Mhm.
an anthem to love, so I'm not gonna I pretend that I will do like the l'hymne à l'amour, the Edith Piaf, but it's like a 2023 anthem to love. And yeah, it's just talking about if you want to kiss someone, if you want to hug someone, if you want to enjoy your life, your heart, your body, just go for it, because actually we have only one life and there is no rules. There is nothing that can rule love.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's just
I'm
an
looking
anthem.
at your credits. When you say author, author means you wrote the lyrics
Yeah.
and song. And
Yeah, I wrote the lyrics and the melody, and I was working on this one with Nicolas Lassu and Thibaut Signoret for the music production. So we were like three of us working on this song. Yeah.
mm, okay, awesome, awesome. Yeah. Okay, let's hear a little bit. Hopefully the audio is good.
I tried to write a story the world could see. 'Cause fucking love was the reality in which I could be free. Your skin, the warmth of your arms make you my biggest sin. Oh, you're so close to me, I can feel all the heat, baby dust on my lips. I just can't bet on this dream to persist. I don't care who you are if you dare. Just come around and tell me fall. I don't want to pretend to be friends. Just try to set me fall. I don't care what I think, don't be scared. Hold my hand and set me fall. I can tell if you lie, if you hide. I feel shiny, set me fall. I'm done. Eternal story, the world will see that only love will be the remedy for all their misery. Still haven't heard from God that a kiss on my lips would be worse than perverse, but it's too late, I'm already obsessed. I don't care who you are if you dare. Just come around and tell me fall. I don't want to pretend to be friends. Just try to set me fall. I don't care what I think, don't be scared. Hold my hand and set me fall. I can tell if you lie, if you hide. I feel shiny, set me fall. Set me fall.
It's so beautifully shot.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the process of making this. Like, is the director, you have a director, like how does all this image come from? And did someone wrote, you wrote the script? Is there a script for this music video?
Yeah, actually, so it came like we started working on this video clip from October 2022, and so I really wanted this time to have a video clip, which is, so that's the same team, that's Ludovic Blazes, the same director who made like Al Kepongoing video clip,
Mm,
and I really wanted like for this song something that would add up another layer of the message of the song. So even in the song, I'm saying like still haven't heard from God that a kiss on my lips would be worse than perverse. Like meaning like whatever you want to kiss, there is no one that can tell you if you can or not. So you just believe in your heart and that's all. And I really wanted to have like this kind of like meaningful video clip. And so I was thinking about a church, and so we started like to look for a church. So I would go like all in Paris, like whenever I would have to walk somewhere, I would just go like especially to church and knock at the door and ask present the project and ask if it would be possible. And I got rejections every time. So every time I asked them, I would come and say, okay, I'm a singer, I'm a pop singer, I'd like to make a video clip and it's about love. So they're, oh, okay, nice, no? And there is only two things that I think might cause like problems for you, but I'm gonna tell you. First, I'm gonna wear a wedding dress, and also at one point I'm gonna be around a boy. So because the goal is like to show that any kind of love is good. So like a boy and a boy is
yeah,
as well something that I wanted to show in the
yeah,
in
yeah.
the video clip. And they were no, like so. I'm not gonna go deeper in the conversation
Not
that I
in this
had,
church.
but yeah, I mean, I was facing like speeches that were very unfamiliar to me, and yeah, so with my team we were like, oh, maybe we should like actually find like a theater or a cinema theater to shoot the video clip. And I was like, yes, but we're gonna lose the whole point of the video clip, and I don't want this video clip to be something just like good images, I want it to have like a purpose kind of.
Mhm. You,
So
you want a sense of a rebel, right? Like
yeah, I
to
wanted that.
do things right, and you want to do like so-called, not right,
Not right. I mean, for
Yeah,
me, it's totally right. It's just
yeah,
that
yeah.
as a singer, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not gonna like on the spot save life.
Mhm.
As a singer, the only dream that I have is like just to make people happier, make them feel sad or make them feel less lonely with a sad song whenever they are feeling like it, and to actually, if I have like messages that I want to share, I don't really need you to agree. I just want to share, and I just want people to listen what I have to do. And this song is for now the most engaged song that I wrote, and I really wanted the clip to be like another layer of understanding the song. And so, like from October, I actually finally found a really nice like priest who offered me his church for a day, and he
Oh,
agreed on those two sensitive part, which is me wearing dress and
yeah,
at one point like getting to kiss a boy.
yeah.
And yeah, it was very nice, and so we did it. And we were working for 3 months with my director, so he would come to my place, we would like have lunch together, and we will rehearse in my small tiny apartment in Paris, rehearse like the moves and the and all. There is no choreography, but kind of like the attitude and the kind of like surprise at the beginning that we are I'm someone bring me like a wedding dress and I'm getting ready, like, and yeah, and all the moods. So we were writing that with Ludovic Blazes, and he made it real very well. And I was very happy because at the end, when I saw the results, it was like almost exactly what I pictured in my mind before all the
Wow.
shooting. So yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So yeah, your the cinematographer is very good, and the story, it's a very it's a very sensitive story. If you just follow, and then you can really feel your emotions,
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
and the storytelling. And I have never made music video before, but I'm just guessing. So for you to shoot like that, to produce like that, you will record a song first, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
The song. Yeah, of course, the song was
Mhm.
recorded before and everything.
Yeah, yeah. And then so during the shooting, um is the music very obvious, is playing, or is in people's head, like with a headphone? How does that go?
It's all playback. When you're shooting video clip, it's not live music. So the purpose is to make a video out of the music. So we don't care actually about the sound. So we have like a speaker, and we play the song through the speaker. So we hear the song, we can move on it. I can play back. I can
Uh,
lip sync on the song. So
uh,
the first part of the video clip, which I am in a studio with my like the three people like getting like making me dressed up.
yes.
So this was in the studio, and we had a speaker, and I had to lip sync on the song. So we need to listen to the song, and we don't keep the sound on the video itself. We're gonna put the master at the end. So yes, and in the church, as there is no lip sync moment, we were listening to like you make me feel like a natural woman. Oh, whatever. We were listening to many songs, like sometimes to my song as well, just for people to be in the mood. But most of the time in the church, we were listening to other songs, and so like this, yeah. But we don't care about the sound of the
Audio.
shots itself, yeah, of the audio of this.
Yeah, so the audio is okay. So because yeah, you're right. Not like many other music video, people sing in this scene and then sing in the in the church or in the
Yeah,
beach or somewhere else, and so then you really have to sync with the mouth, with the
of
music.
course, yeah.
Yeah, so very very well done.
Sometimes you mess up the lyrics and you
Mhm.
unsing and you, oh my god.
Mhm.
So I'm
Yeah,
actually like trying. I'm actually like I'm almost done making the behind the scenes in two parts for this video clip. So very soon you guys will be able to see how it works. So it's gonna be very funny.
that's wonderful. So what's next for you after you when are you leaving soon? Yeah.
I'm
uh,
leaving on July 17th.
oh, okay. So do you have a what do you call do you have you accomplished things you want to do in New York City? Like like does anyone, I don't know, what's the next thing for you like as a singer? Because I'm an instrumental player.
Yeah,
I play the viola professionally for many years. It's a very different route. You audition for orchestra, you're playing orchestra, or you play solo, or you teach in the university. So for a singer like you, tell us a little bit where you want to go
in New York or
in New
in
York
general.
and in general. Yeah.
So in general, by the way, like I remember like that you were a musician, and if you would like to join me like somewhere in New York outside and to join me with your violin, I would love like singing with you. So I don't know if it's something that would be
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
interesting.
have a electronic five-string violin,
It
so
would be
I'm gonna make
awesome.
it better sound because I think there's a wire is a maybe problem. So I haven't played for a while. If it's acoustics violin, I played violin more than viola now because
Yeah.
viola is too big for me. Anyway, yeah, I'll make it work, and then we'll get
Okay.
together. I can plug into a speaker and we jam.
Okay. Okay. Would be nice. But yeah, like my plan in New York here, it's still like to sing in the street and to keep like, because it's been like 2 weeks that I'm here only, or I don't know how to say. And I'm still here like to breathe like fresh air first. So except like with the smoke that we had like 1 week and a half ago. But and yeah, from
Small.
the the fire from the Canada. So
Yeah. Welcome.
yeah, welcome to New York. Like
Yeah.
welcome, Antoine.
Uh,
So yeah, if I had achieved my goals yet, I don't think so. No, I think it's still the introduction. I'm at the first third of my trip here, and I just got to actually understand how it works. Like I just got to understand where I should go next, and yeah, I got like some contacts in piano bars, and I'm contacting them to meet them again in other places to sing. And so right now it's still in process, under process. So yeah.
that's great.
And for the next part, when I will be back in France, I will finish recording the final songs for my next EP, which will be like 100% in French this time.
What's EP?
EP is like a small album. It's like from, I think it's from 3 to 9 songs, something.
Oh,
And
okay.
album is from 10 to
Oh,
higher.
okay. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna feel like we almost done like making all the songs. So I was
Is it
working with Nico.
all your song, your composition?
Yeah, I'm working still with Nicolas Lassu. He's an amazing like music producer, and we were working with other artists as well to co-write songs about my life. Like those are some very like personals about my life. There is like a song about like Seoul. There is a song about my first love who passed away. There is a song about like dieting. So it's like a very dancing song and very organic song. I really like it. That's probably gonna be the first one being released from the small album. So yeah, so I think in September, October, like I'm gonna start releasing like a few songs of the mini album, and then yeah, and then soon the album will be yours.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, now you were born in a small town in
Yeah, I was born in Normandy, in Rouen, exactly in the city of Rouen. So
yes.
I was raised there in Rouen, and with the grass hills and the milk and the cheese and
So
whatever.
you're a country boy.
I
Are
can't.
you
I mean, I was just. It's not like it was not like the countryside. It was like it's like the biggest city of the region,
mm,
Normandy. So I
mm,
used to live with the city like 5 minutes, 10 minutes by car.
mhm.
It's like yeah, nice. Yeah,
So
I wouldn't
what
say
do you
country.
how's your parent feel? You know, you're an architect and then you quit, doing your architect work and become a singer. Are they very supportive of you, or are they kind of like surprised you're doing this?
No, no, because like as I told you, like it was like I don't want it to look like, oh no, it's only success, success. I had a lot of like closing doors and sliding in my face. So that's a lot of work. That's a lot of challenge. A lot of like failures for few success that I hope are gonna be the right good few success. But yeah, they were not surprised because as I told you, I was doing my architecture studies and I studied music next to it, like, and it got bigger and bigger, and it became like a beginning of a career, like today. And so they were always, yeah, very happy for me. They were always supporting me, but I mean, they believed in me not making too many wrong choices, So they were always there as long as I mean, I don't have anything to prove them, but they saw that I was doing things that I like, that I managed to eat a minimum, To so yeah, they were here. I mean, yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, yeah, now we're almost at our ending hour, and tell us if people want to look for you, where do they look for you? Tell us your handles, your, like Instagram, or what is your what is the three social media you use the most?
Well, the main one is Instagram, because for now I'm very used to Instagram. I like Instagram. It's very handy. I like and that's where like my fans are the most like responsive, and they are interacting with me the most. But yeah, like people can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, because YouTube I'm uploading like some material only for YouTube. So I'm gonna share like some extracts on like some teaser on Instagram, but like the behind the scenes in two parts gonna be on YouTube. So yeah, so Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, I would say.
It's wonderful. What about Facebook? You have a large
I'm
following.
I'm using Facebook as well. I mean, I'm using all the social media. I'm just not using like Twitter yet,
Yeah, yeah,
because I don't feel like I don't have enough to say on the top of Instagram, because I'm talking quite a lot on Instagram. So
yeah,
so yeah, but yeah, like I'm on Facebook. I'm everywhere except TikTok for now.
yeah, yeah.
Except Twitter. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Twitter. Yeah. Twitter. To me, Twitter is how I say, a little bit more like a if you have a very sharp message politically, that's how I
Yeah,
feel,
yeah.
right? Right. I wouldn't put a bowl of noodles I really like on Twitter.
Of course, yeah.
But I could do it, on Instagram. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, thank you. I wanted to thank some of our audiences here, and some of them are not writing a comment. And Brian, hi, how are you? teach me French. And thank you so much to be here. And then we have Wyachaka. Don't know how to pronounce that. And Michael, thank you so much. And thank you for watching us on Facebook and so, as well as here. So let's do rapid fire. And
Okay,
yeah,
let's go.
okay, rapid fire. Favorite color?
Orange. Pretty new, but it's orange now.
Favorite junk food?
Junk food. I love. It's not junk food. I love pasta. Junk food. I would say. Oh my god. Can I say pasta? What is
Pasta
your
is not junk food. Pasta
junk
is
food?
food. Junk food, like a potato chips or
I love.
Coca-Cola.
No, I don't like soda, but I love fries. I love fries, like good fries.
Oh, French fry?
Yeah, I love French
Oh,
fries. Yeah.
yeah, me too. Me too. Okay. So, what is your favorite type of a cuisine other than French?
Of what?
Other than French food,
Ah,
cuisine type of food.
I'm in love with like Italian food and Korean food. Korean food. I was living there for a year, and I'm in love of Korea. And by the way, I have like two tattoos in Korean. So yeah, I would say Italian food and Korean food for sure. Love Korea.
Any all-time favorite film you like?
Yes. Yeah, there is two. Can I say two? Two of
Yes.
them. There is Le Comeback. It's an American comedy. Actually, in English, in America, it's called like Music and Lyrics, and it's like with Hugh Grant and Drew Barrymore, and it's a very like cute musical, like romantic comedy about music. And there is another one, French one. It's called Adieu les cons. It means like goodbye cunts, and that's a very emotional movie. It's I guess it can be funny at some point, but it's very dramatic. And depending on your sensitivity, because I showed that to my best friend, and he was not sensitive at all. But whenever I see this movie, I watch this movie, I'm crying like I all my tears. So it's called Adieu les cons, like goodbye forever cans. It's amazing story, amazing story.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So, I'll take you to a bar and restaurant. What will you order at
What would I order
6 p.m.?
at 6 p.m.?
Yeah. No,
Like
drink-wise.
amaretto sour.
What's that?
Amaretto sour.
Oh,
Amaretto is like a liquor, like Italian liquor,
oh,
with almonds. It's like
oh,
from almonds. It's
oh.
very sweet, and amaretto sour is like with I think there is white milk and a bit of like lime or something, and it's very. It's not a big glass. It's like this. Amaretto sour. I love it. Love it
That's
so much.
awesome. You speak French and English. What other language you would like to learn?
I speak a little bit of Spanish, but as I didn't practice that much, I mean, I lost most of it. And I can speak like few words of Korean and few words of Lithuanian, of course. So, but yeah, basically, I speak like French and English, like the other language, like Lithuanian and Korean, is a few words. So,
Do you play musical instrument?
I play piano by ear. So, the very first song that I learned was like "Someone Like You" by Adele, and I actually that was a promise to my first love that I would like play that, and I did. I learned how to play by ear, and yeah, so I can play a bit of piano, but I'm so much in love with the voice, to play with the voice that I prefer like keeping the piano part and the instrument part to people that can do that better than me, and that are working on this. So yeah.
So, how do you take rejections?
How do I take rejections? Well, emotionally bad, but rationally, like how I actually react back to it. Okay, so that's not for you. We're not meant to be with each other. Or we're not meant to work with each other. Or it's fine. So I make a difference between how I feel and how I should behave from that. So I would say, according to my behavior, I take it pretty okay, and then I deal with my emotions back home alone.
How do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself in 5 years as like I hope, but that's what I want, and so I need to picture that I will be a bit more known for what I do as a singer, as an artist, and I see myself meeting people in France, Lithuania, and I hope in the countries in between. I hope I will be able to tour, to meet them, to write even more songs, to be able to improve myself on stage in the studio, and to have more message, and to be able to touch people, to touch my audience like physically, like to see them, to be able to hug them, to meet them again. So yeah, that's what I'm working for actually.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. So, yeah. And now, when you have your, when are you gonna have your, when you finish your album, right? The mini album, and
Mhm.
is it gonna be published? People can buy it, at like a DVD or CD, or is it just on internet?
It's gonna be only on streaming, like on all like a streaming platform like
Mhm,
Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer,
mhm,
Amazon Music, everything. Um, but I don't know. We'll see according like how the audience will respond of
mhm.
it. But
Right.
for now, it's gonna be like a digital.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And I wanted to, before you go, I wanted to just play a little bit. Actually, you know what? Why don't you just sing for us a little bit before we end this thing? Just sing something kind of fun and something, other than what we heard, the three.
Okay, I can actually sing for you like a bit of the song that's gonna be released
Okay.
like at the beginning of the yeah. Wait a minute, I'm gonna sing that for you. Oh my god, that's the first time that I'm singing that. That's a
Uh-oh,
bit.
premiere. We have a premiere.
Yeah, my god, yes. So, yeah, let's go. Ready? Quitte à se faire du mal, quitte à foncer dans le mur, je préfère me mettre à poil sans esquiver les blessures. Il pourrait croire qu'on joue, pourquoi ce bleu dans le cou? Peu importe si j'ai tort, c'est sûr, c'est pas la mort. Sûr, sûr. Sur ta peau, j'écrirai encore plus fort, et de mes crocs, je marquerai ton corps. Et même si c'est dur, dur de me lancer, de me dire que c'est mon tour. Moi, j'aime l'idée qu'on appelle ça l'amour. Oh, oh, oh. And for the rest, you will have to wait for it to be released.
It's called teaser. That's a teaser. Oh, so wonderful. Yeah, and Tom, so great to see you. And
Thank you very much
I
for hosting me.
yes, yes. I listen to your music every day.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play on my violin, okay? When I see you again.
Yes,
I
please.
Yeah, it's a little hard to play, because the range is all over the
Okay,
place.
yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, yeah, thank you so much for being on the
Thanks to
show.
you.
Yeah, and let's get together, okay, before you leave.
Of course, of
Before,
course.
yeah,
It would be lovely.
yeah. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thanks to you.
for being my guest, and everybody, goodbye, and watch the replay. Okay, thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.